top 10 best Netflix movies. A Netflix subscription makes planning your next movie night a breeze. Whatever style of film you're searching for, there's something for everyone in a library of new and old movies available to subscribers. We've compiled a selection of some of the top films for you to choose from in order to make your decision easier. Hey guys, welcome to your entertainment channel Netflix Tops, where we tell you about the top-rated movies and series on Netflix. So grab your popcorn and stay with us until the end of the video, because today's video is going to list down the top 10 best movies on Netflix. So let's get started. Number 10. The Tinder Swindler, a British true crime documentary film directed by Felicity Morris, was published on Netflix on February 2nd, 2022. The film follows Israeli con artist Simon Levy, who uses the dating app Tinder to find people who he can emotionally manipulate into financially supporting his opulent lifestyle. It's not easy to find love online, so Cecily can't believe it when she matches with a handsome billionaire playboy, and he turns out to be the guy of her dreams. But dreams aren't reality, and it'll be too late by the time she realizes this multinational billionaire isn't who he claims to be. He's taken her for everything, and a revenge thriller begins where this fairy tale ends. Number 9. The Devil All the Time, written and directed by Antonio Campos, is an American Gothic at its most twisted. It is a 2020 American criminal drama film based on Donald Ray Pollock's novel of the same name, who also serves as the film's narrator. From the end of World War II until the 1960s, the film is set in rural southern Ohio and West Virginia, and follows a group of interesting and odd individuals. Willard Russell, a devastated veteran of the South Pacific devastation, is unable to save his lovely wife, Charlotte, from an agonizing death. There's Carl and Sandy Henderson, a husband and wife serial killer couple who scour America's roads for ideal models to photograph and murder. There's the spider-handling preacher Roy and his crippled virtuoso-guitar-playing sidekick Theodore running from the law. And caught in the middle of all this is Arvin Eugene Russell, Willard and Charlotte's orphaned son, who grows up to be a good but also violent man in his own right. Number 8. Supernova is a sobering examination of the emotional toll that comes with embracing mortality, led by poignant performances from Colin Firth and Stanley Tucci. It is a British love drama film written and directed by Harry McQueen from 2020, with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 89%. The film is as follows. A gay pair embarks on a road trip. One of them is a musician and the other an author. Sam and Tusker, a 20-year-old couple, are visiting friends, relatives, and locations from their past in their old RV as they journey across England. Tusker has had early onset dementia for 2 years, and their time together is the most valuable resource they have. Number 7. This indie treasure may have gone unnoticed, but if you're seeking for a modern rom-com with plenty of charm, Tramps is a must-see. It is a 2016 American romantic comedy film directed by Adam Leon, with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 96%. Danny and Ellie, a sincere nice kid and a streetwise girl who attempt to carry out a shady business for a little cash, are played by Callum Turner and Grace Van Patten in the film. Tramps is a tightly scripted film that definitely avoids cliched ground while effortlessly winning your heart. Number 6. Jeremy Renner plays a sharpshooting game official, and Elizabeth Olsen plays an FBI agent seeking to solve a rape and murder on a Native American reservation in Wyoming during the winter, in this 2018 film directed by Taylor Sheridan, who also directed the Paramount blockbuster drama Yellowstone. Wind River is a character-driven mystery set in the wilds of America. It depicts the narrative of a wildlife officer who is tormented by a tragedy that occurred as a result of his actions, who partners up with an FBI agent to solve a murder in the hopes of atoning for his past mistakes. Number 5. Spike Lee is directing, producing, and co-writing The Five Bloods, a 2020 American war drama film. The film was voted the best film of 2020 by the National Board of Review, concentrating on contemporary race issues and the concept of Black Lives Matter. The film follows 4 African-American veterans named Paul, Otis, Eddie, and Melvin as they return to Vietnam. Our heroes, joined by Paul's concerned son, search for the remains of their slain squad leader and the promise of buried gold, all while dealing with the long-term effects of the Vietnam War's immorality. Number 4. A 2018 American surrealist black comedy film, Sorry to Bother You, is written and directed by Boots Riley in his directorial debut. With a rating of 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, the film's socio-political subtext is a bold indictment of capitalism, consumerism, and cultural appropriation. In the movie, telemarketer Cassius Green discovers an alluring method towards success. However, owing to his greed, he ends up fading away from his family and friends. However, Cassius's conscience arises anew as he finds himself in the midst of his boss's bizarre world of condescending, bigoted decadence and his sinister plans to create the perfect subvertant workforce with Cassius's help. Number 3. The Guilty is a 2021 American crime thriller film directed and produced by Antoine Fuqua. It is a solid thriller with a great lead performance from Gyllenhaal. It is a remake of the 2018 Danish film of the same name, which stars Jake Gyllenhaal and Christina Vidal, and has a Rotten Tomatoes rating of 74%. Jake Gyllenhaal is a cop assigned to desk duty at a 911 call center who becomes involved in a case when a woman being held against her will calls to request assistance. An adaptation of a 2018 Danish film, The Guilty is the rare intense thriller without any of the action, as it's mostly set in the call center with Jake on the phone and only voices coming from the other end. But director Antoine Fuqua and Gyllenhaal keep things mesmerizing. Number 2. Don't Look Up, a 2021 American apocalyptic black comedy film written, produced, and directed by Adam McKay. Within 28 days of its release, the film set a new record for the most viewing hours in a single week on Netflix, and it went on to become the second most watched film on the platform. Kate DiBiase, an astronomy graduate student, and her lecturer, Dr. Randall Mindy, find a comet circling within the solar system in the film. The first issue is that it is en route to collide with Earth. What about the other issue? Nobody seems to give a damn. So, with the help of Dr. Oglethorpe, Kate and Randall embark on a media tour that takes them from the indifferent President Orleans' office to the airwaves of the Daily Rip, a cheery morning show hosted by Bree and Jack. With only 6 months till the comet hits, navigating the 24-hour news cycle and capturing the attention of social media-obsessed population before it's too late is proving hilarious. But what will it take to persuade the rest of the world to simply gaze up? To discover out, watch this fantastic film. Number 1. Based on a Stephen King and Joe Hill's 2012 novella of the same name, In the Tall Grass, is a 2019 Canadian supernatural horror drama film written and directed by Vincenzo Natali. Being one of the most watched movies on Netflix, it is an original horror movie that is actually scary, confusing, gory, and thrilling. In the movie, when siblings Becky and Cal hear the cries of a young boy lost within the field of grass, they venture in to rescue him, only to become ensnared themselves by a sinister force that quickly disorients and separates them. Cut off from the world and unable to escape the field's tightening grip, they soon discover that the only thing worse than getting lost is being found. And this brings us to the end of the video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for amazing movie reviews coming your way. And thank you for watching.